Hi, I'm Emily from Elders Ridge Photography. So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite planning scenarios with senior portrait sessions. So Brooklyn had some ideas about how she wanted to look and where she wanted to be photographed, but she didn't know any specific locations. And when Brooklyn sent me the pictures that she had gathered, I was like, I know some spots. So we did the portrait session in Indiana, PA, which I'm pretty familiar with because I work at IUP. I went to IUP, taken a lot of pictures there, shot weddings there. Like I said, I worked there, so I know some spots, right? And there was one non-negotiable that we had to work into the session, which was getting pictures with Brooklyn's late father's Mustang. So Brooklyn is Jennifer's sister. Jennifer, we talked about in another video earlier. So same Mustang, it'll probably look familiar if you've seen that video. She didn't really have a spot in mind for the pictures with the Mustang, but since her sister had done her pictures with the Mustang in a parking garage, I didn't want to do the same thing. So I know there was an alley in Indiana that has these string lights, and I'm like, this would be pretty dramatic to do as the last shot of the night. The string lights aren't on all day, just, you know, hot tip if you're ever photographing in Indiana, PA, they don't come on till very almost dark. I'd figured that out ahead of time, so we were able to back time the entire session and not have to wait around too long. So we started the session at this air shaft that's between Fisher Auditorium and Waller Hall. And it's like a little known theater major back entrance into the Performing Arts Center. And it's really cool. You got some really interesting light coming from the top. And this day was kind of like a mix of clouds and sun. So this was the perfect place to start because it was still pretty cloudy and like we weren't getting any dramatic sunlight. So like this is the perfect spot to start. And her blue dress just like popped out so dramatically in that alley, so it looked awesome. So then we come around the front of that building to get some pictures on the front steps of Waller. And then she did want some pictures that kind of look like a garden feel. And behind the Honors College, which is Whitmire Hall, there's this garden of sorts right next to Breesedale, which is the Alumni Center. So we just got some really pretty garden shots with some very interesting light. And it did start raining right after we shot this, but it also cleared up right away. So that reminds me of something else I want to bring up. We almost didn't do the session this day. We almost canceled because there was a threat of rain. If it's going to be like 100% chance of rain and a rain out, then yeah, of course you don't want to shoot in the rain. Or maybe you do, because I've also taken some really fun dramatic shots in the rain. But we don't want it to be a rain out for the entire session. But on this day, I was like, you know what? It was partly cloudy. We weren't 100% cloud cover. I'm like, let's just do it. Let's just go. I think with the places that we're going to be, if I have to pop a little off-camera flash to create some fake sun, we'll do it. And luckily, we really didn't need to do that in too many scenarios. So after the garden shots, we went over to Breesedale, which is right next door. So this garden is literally here and Breesedale's right here. Couldn't be any closer. So this is two locations that were super close by. Didn't need to get in the car and drive around, saving so much time. And as you can see, we changed outfits a little bit. And so we're getting two different looks in one location, which is something I love. And then there's this Ivy spot over by the Schwinn shop in Indiana, PA. Highly recommend the Schwinn shop if you're a biker, pedal biker like I am and my family. And this Ivy covered garage has just been there for years and it's a fun spot. So we like to hit that up. And we were there in and out super quick. And after we were done with that Ivy garage, we had to do that pretty quick and get over to the alley because the sun was about to go down and we didn't want it to be too dark, but we did want the lights to be on. So we make it over there just in time. We get the car parked, we get the lights set up, and we get it shot, and it all worked out. And these are some of my favorite dramatic shots of ever, probably. So the keys to success with Brooklyn's session was obviously timing the session just right so that we can get in that alley with the string lights right at dusk to get the dramatic shots with the car and the lights and it not be like the middle of the night. The other key to success was me being able to match up Brooklyn's vision with the locations that I was familiar with that were local to us. When you're picking a photographer for your senior portraits, it's really important to have a photographer that has a knowledge of locations. And I was able to show Brooklyn pictures that I took in the past from weddings and other senior portrait sessions at these locations just to make sure that they were exactly what she was looking for. And so she wasn't surprised that day and we were all super happy. So the session turned out great and yeah, these are some of my favorite pictures. As you can see, they're all over my website. So that's it for today. I hope you liked that little behind the scenes story time about Brooklyn's senior portrait session. If you like this sort of thing, like and subscribe. I'll be making more videos like this in the future. Thanks for joining me today and we'll see you later.